All right, all right. Looks like we're live. How's everybody doing? First off, my name is Mike Healy. That's Troy Landwehr, number two money earner in New You Life, and we are excited to have you on here. This is going to be fantastic. I know we got people that are be jumping on, and a lot of you are going to probably watch this as a recording. So, but first and foremost, I want to make sure that we take this serious. This is going to be kind of a business oriented, Facebook Live. And we're gonna do product Facebook Lives and stuff down there. We will obviously talk about the product here, but we're going to talk more on the business potential here. I'm going to read a disclaimer real quick, just in case anything slips, which I don't think it will. Troy, I'm going to go solo on the screen real quick by myself here. So hold on one second. All right, the views, opinions, and claims expressed in this video are intended for training purposes only. Personal experiences and results may vary. Recommendations, strategies, and claims set forth in this are meant to represent, meant to represent how well you will do, or guarantee, or expressly implicitly your success. Individual results will vary. No income claims are guaranteed or implied. Independent distributors, reps, or affiliates work on commission. Therefore, your success is based on a number of factors, many of which are within your control, such as work ethic, persistence, dedication. All right, so we got that out of the way. So now we're going back together here. Anyhow, I'll get my old man glasses off there for a second. Troy, thank you very much for being on here. Obviously, I finally got to pin you down. I know you've been absolutely slammed. Now, we have just recently, I'm jumping right into this because this is going to be a full throttle event right now, but I'm telling you, if you're taking a look at New You Life, or you guys are in this thing, this is going to really give you the confidence to move forward and in a very aggressive manner right after we're done here. As soon as you watch this, you're going to know what you have your hands on. But what's really cool, real quick story about myself, been in the networking profession about 23 years, pretty much full-time, seven-figure earner, multiple organizations in the tens of thousands and so on. And I got out of the industry to actually be a consultant and stuff like that. And then I've been out basically for 5 years. So I haven't really been doing anything besides consulting with other networking companies and helping them get things in place. And I had a few people hit me up about some crazy product called an HGH gel. I'm 50 years old. So obviously I started to understand the benefits of that. I've done studies on it and stuff, did intermittent fasting, and it did intrigue me. It wasn't until I talked to a friend of mine, Tommy Johnson. Hey, Tommy, I know you're on here watching this live. That really got my attention because I knew Tommy was also a seven-figure earner in the industry. And, I knew he had some expertise in looking at companies, looking at products, very product-oriented individual. And I said, Tommy, I need to talk to somebody who's not some seasoned, crazy networker, that you think will relate more to the average person with some success. And guess who that guy happens to be? Is this one right here, is Troy Landwehr. And Troy, you are actually, I don't think I told you this, so I'm going to tell it now, whether you heard it or not, but you're one of the main reasons I joined. I know this is the main reason that Tommy said he joined, was you're just a laid back guy who, and I'm saying this respectfully, obviously, that has not had any huge success in the networking industry, but you've been involved in it, and you're just, this thing is killing. You're killing it in this, and I'm going to get to those details. But everybody, I want you, Troy, now. So I'm going to now shut up and get to you, as I want you to just kind of give a, kind of a brief summary of maybe how long you've been in the industry. You've been in networking before. What appealed to you to begin with in the industry, and then I want you, then I'm going to just go through and I'm going to hammer you with some hard questions about what you've done, because I find it just mind-boggling that what you've done already in this industry. So everybody, this is Troy Landwehr. Troy, say hi to everybody.
Well, thank you for having me, Mike, and I appreciate that. I, have a lot of respect for you, and yeah, I'm just a guy from Maine. I wear flannel shirts. I, I am a believer. I'm a man of faith, and with that said, I never believed that I would be able to accomplish the things that I'm accomplishing, right now. I had very low goals for this. I've been in the industry for a long time. You might want to call me a glorified customer. I had mild success in one company. I certainly don't have the pedigree that a lot of these other people have. I don't have, what you've done and what Tommy has done is completely different than myself. Going into this, I was looking at maybe some part-time income, and just being in an industry since about 2004, I was in and out. But like I said, I was just a glorified customer for the most part. And my last company I was in for 2.5 years, I've been able to do in 2 weeks what I've done in 2.5 years over there. And I never thought I would, I've really built this from home, Mike. I haven't left really the house. I haven't been at hotel meetings or weekly meetings. I'm averaging about 20 miles in my car a week, and 16 of that is going to church. 8 miles out, 8 miles back. So I live a little bit close to the grocery store and the gym. But I've done this right from home, and I'm nothing special. I'm just a regular guy that lives in Maine, and I never thought in 3 months that I would, have all these people, that have very little experience like myself, be able to make the kind of income and what we're able to do and help people. So, I'm a very average guy. I'm nothing special, believe me.
You're more special than you realize, and thank you for being humble. That's fine. I'm going to pull this stuff out of you, so it's quite all right. This thing is, regardless of when you're watching this, a lot of you are watching this live, but let's say somebody's watching this recorded. Understand that, and why you're unique in this space is what I don't think most people understand is Troy has already reached a financial income in New Life that most people that a lot of the number one to top 10 networkers and some of these other network marketing companies out there have taken 5 years to accomplish. You've done literally in just a few months. You're not even in a year. You're not even, how many months have you been in this thing?
7, 8
basically a pre-launch.
7, 8 months. And about 2.5 of those months we ran out of product, which is why, I feel very blessed that we've been able to do what we've done as a company and stuck together. So,
and I think what's happening is obviously, in networking, people always, it's kind of the strangest industry where, could you ever picture you and I if we were in a restaurant with some real estate people going, hey, how much did you make? Or a school teacher, how much you make this year? That kind of thing. Nobody does that. Only in the networking profession, people just quiz people. I guess it's kind of like a scorecard. But I believe, thankfully, with guys like you and your sponsor, Chris, and a few other people in the company, that the 6-figure monthly earners that have been in the profession for many years with other companies, we're actually attracting a lot of those people. Okay. Obviously, a lot of them are staying under the radar. We're not going to obviously go into that. And rightfully so, because what we have is unique. Okay. So anyhow, understand that the kind of income that Troy's bringing in is not the norm. Obviously, the majority of people aren't going to do that. He has an above average work ethic, to say the least. I mean, if you call Troy a lot of times 2 o'clock in the morning, he won't. But I'm not asking you to call him. I want you to send this video to people after I get it posted again. I'll have the recording set up there for you. So don't just bombard him. That's why we're doing this interview. But now we're going to get into the meat of this, Troy. We're going to turn this up a little because I know you got some juice in you. You're taking a look at this for the first time. Okay. I want to go back in time because there's a lot of people that are going to be watching this. It's their first, exposure to this product, this company, this opportunity. Go back in time. Tell us what you saw, why you jumped on board, and we'll keep going from there.
Yeah, I think the set it up is I want to be honest with you. So, I was pretty much not going to do network marketing ever again. My confidence was down of kind of build this, and I just going to go into more traditional business. There were a lot of things I didn't like about network marketing. I think I need to share that. I don't want to put it down. I know there's a lot of people that love it. I still don't love the industry. Okay. So when I was looking at things, I'll always listen to somebody when they bring me opportunity. Because if you're my friend, I'm going to listen to you. And I get hit up all the time that maybe Troy will come back in the industry. And I always thank people for thinking of me, but I just wish him luck and maybe try to become a customer. And said, I will never do this industry again, ever. that what brought me into the industry originally is have it as a platform to serve people. Is, you know, when they asked Albert Einstein what was the purpose of mankind, I believe he quoted the scripture. He said it's to serve people, it's to help other people, it's to help people in need. And what I liked about the industry, that is, if you could find the right product, Mike, if you could find a product that made a difference and truly help people's health, and you had a company that was ethical and an owner that, you know, really wanted to do people in society right with a fair compensation plan, then you could use it as a platform to help other people. And when I saw this industry, I always said there was nothing in the Bible that talks about money. They talk about sin. And so I just want to say, I always was attracted to this industry because I felt like if you could increase your standard of living, you could increase your standard in giving. So when Chris, my sponsor, shared this with me, I was upfront with him and told him the chance of me doing this was very slim, Mike. And so when I saw so I've sat through PowerPoints. It was funny. All he had was a 3-minute video. I go, that's all you have? That's your only weaponry, was a 3.5-minute video? So I said, I'll look at it. And, I looked at it, and Mike, I have a high plant diet. I'm not a vegetarian, but I believe in God's foods. I believe that God's foods, and moringa and spirulina and chlorella and even things like broccoli. And I believe in plants. I believe in those things that can help with the body. And so, Mike, when I saw HGH, I have friends that are using injectables and they're getting incredible results. But for me personally, I just didn't want to use injections.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same
yeah.
here.
It wasn't the cost and it wasn't the needles. I just was a little bit nervous of it. And when I saw that this was a homeopathic, and I really been learning about homeopathy. But here's the kicker, Mike, and I know I took a long way around this, but I really just wanted to set it up for you so you could be honest of I truly never wanted to get involved in the industry because of the deals and the bridges that are done. And, I didn't think it was policed enough. And I just felt like ethically, it was something I wanted to turn away from. But I said, I work with some business owners, and I said, if this is, I didn't want to get involved in a company that didn't have a competitive advantage. There's nothing wrong. You guys, anyone that's in network marketing, you're my cousins. I love you. I love anyone in network marketing. I know what you go through, and you're trying to make a difference in people's lives and your families. But I didn't want to go and say, my shake has 1 gram less of carbs than your shake, or my doctor is better than your doctor, or my skincare is better than your skincare. Or coffee or cryptocurrency or CBD oil, which is something I believe in, but it's everywhere. So I just didn't, there's nothing that had a competitive advantage. So I'm not interested in network marketing, right? But when I saw this, I saw that, wait a minute, nobody has human growth hormone in a world that works, that's transdermal, really. I should say that's transdermal. So the only competition we really have was an injection. I said, well, if this thing really works, and I know what HGH does, but if this is homeopathy, then all of a sudden we have a product that makes a difference that no one else does. And I love Shark Tank, and I actually, one of my sharks is Kevin O'Leary, because he's honest, right? He may be a jerk, but he's like real. He's not putting up a front. Right. And they're always looking for what is the competitive advantage. And I said, if we're truly the only ones that has this, and this product works half as good as what I think it will be, half as good as what you're saying, Chris, this will go viral, and this will go on a run that hasn't been done in this industry in a long, long time. And so, Mike, I'll turn it back over to you, but I'll say this.
Perfect lead in. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. So based on that, that's why I believe people aren't dumb. That, people my age, I'm 50 years old, you're in your 40s still, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Closing on 50.
People 30-ish and up are aware of these things. Like society's conditioning people to look at, like, you see everything on magazines about anti-aging and anti-this and growth hormone and testosterone. I mean, every time I turn on sports radio, every other commercial is go get your test tested. because you're a dude, right? Your target market. But again, it's expensive and stuff. Based on that, have you, because you've had it, I mean, obviously, we kind of dumbed it down enough to make you look like you're just the guy that had very little success. You had enough success, but you have enough experience. But on top of that, you've got enough of a business background that you're a smart guy and you understand network marketing as the rest of us do. Have you ever seen, because I know the numbers and so on, have you ever seen, or has the industry, the network marketing industry as a whole, have they ever seen a company grow this fast?
No.
And by the way, if you're a day old in a company and you got 2 reps and you go to 15 reps, that's not 50,000 exponential growth. Okay, we're talking legit numbers that we can go against, and I'll reference a website people can look at in a second. But go ahead.
I've never seen anything like this. We have a very positive video here, but I want to add, I want to be truthful that we had about 10,000 reps, and I couldn't believe how fast this was growing because of the product, because the product is real. And never in the history of this industry, never, you'll hear products that people like. They'll say, "Oh, it changed me. It changed my life. That's why I'm very loyal to the company." But quite honestly, the majority of distributors that are using a product, they know it's healthy for you, but they don't notice a difference. And so here we have a product that's gone viral because everyone's noticing all different things. And HGH has been known to do so many different things with helping you, or with cholesterol and blood pressure and muscle and energy levels and sleeping and all kinds of things. And I think what happened is when people were getting this results, we went so viral. We went from 10,000 distributors, Mike, and we went to 40,000 distributors without product. We literally ran out of product. So I've never seen a company grow this fast. And I would say a third of my time I've been with the company, we couldn't cut checks, and we had no product because everyone knew, they heard what it was doing. People were telling people what it was doing. And I think we will shatter every record in network marketing. I know we will. And so, and that's why I'm not a 7-figure earner. To get to the income that you were talking about, that puts me in, I don't want to get emotional on you, but
dude, don't make me cry.
All right. Well, I've been able to do a lot of things, for my family, and I respect money. I live conservatively. I'm not out there spending it. I respect money, but I never thought I'd be able to, oh man, I never thought I'd be able to help so many people. And I never thought, so many people that are like me. They're just a guy. They may not be from Maine. Okay. They may not wear flannel shirts and want to fish and snowmobile, but I have a borderline learning disability, guys. I just, I do have a big heart, but I've seen so many people on my team that I don't know if they would have success in any other company. I really don't think I don't know if they would, because I think we have something that's first to the market that no one else has, that people want. And it's a very fair comp plan. And I think our growth is because we're good to people. Our company is good to people. We're not, our company is not without mistakes, believe me. Okay. Our customer service is growing. We have issues. We have hold times. But we have a real product that actually works, and a real owner that cares about people. And no, he's not the only owner that cares about people. But we really have a fair compensation plan. And, I never dreamed that what I was able to do in 90 days and some of my friends were able to do in 90 days would ever happen.
I counted it up before I got on this thing. I've actually only been in 62 days, believe it or not. And I've done product-oriented companies before. And the volume, like the sales of the organization, which is where any money comes from, is generating product sales, has grown faster than what took me a year or 2 years to do in any other company I've been in. Like I literally am. It's hard to believe. And like you said, this has been the easiest conversation I've ever had in my life. And and a lot of people they've done networking before. They've experienced the pain. And here's the thing. It's not that network marketing does or doesn't work, because there's too much proof that it does, and there's too much proof that it doesn't. The typical reason people don't like, or they poo-poo network marketing, is a lot of times because if you have any logic or business sense, you see that this is a good model, but they're afraid to be disappointed again. I think that's the heart of the issue, because that's what it was for me. I actually became an MLM hater. I've loved training. I feel like I'm good at it. I enjoy it. I like to help people and so on. But then you get you get your disappointments. You get the rug jerked out from under you. You think you see something here, and I understand how scary it gets sometimes to try to see if you can do it again. If you can, pull up your pants one more time and give it another shot. And, I talked to my wife, I prayed about it and so on. And she's like, look, I don't care what you do as long as you're having fun again. And I literally have not had fun in years. I do business consulting and networking consulting and all that. That's just boring half the time. This is fun because you're around people that are positive. And here's the thing is, you were real. You're real. And that's what happened. You got emotional about this because people don't understand. The people that are really bought into a networking business, an opportunity, it's not about the money. The people that are, there's people that, are idiots with money out. There's plenty of those, but there's more people, I believe, in the industry that have the genuine hearts to go out there and help people. Like you and I had this conversation yesterday when I asked you to be a guest for me. We had this conversation. And we were talking, and I said, Troy, I know you, and because I know what you made. We've had that conversation. It's just amazing. It's just awesome. But when you think about what you can do for other people, like you were telling me about a family member, that you can help. I mean, it's not just me. That this is the kind of stuff that drives a real person with heart. So go ahead and you're welcome to elaborate, because I know we're not allowed to talk about money.
Yeah.
People freak out about making money. We can talk about LeBron James's income all day long and what all the NFL players and everything. But in our industry, for some reason, it's, heaven forbid somebody go out and make a fortune, because I think it's just people don't grasp the fact that there's not all of us are idiots out there, that a lot of us genuinely do use our money with the right hearts on this. So fire some of that away.
Well, we always want to be respectful to the rules and regulations of the road. And our road is, the FTC and the FDA, and our company wants to be the company that everyone talks about that does it right. We talked about that. We want to be the company that people point at. They do things right. Okay. So we want to protect income disclosures and things like that. And, for me, I like I said, I never thought I'd be here. I never thought I'd be at this level, let alone I have friends that are right on my heels, and quite a few people that have had success. But, to get to an income, which I don't feel comfortable stating, in 90 days, I didn't bring on, I might've brought on one person that made six figures in the industries, but they didn't engage. So to get to that income, I told you I got to in 90 days. There was no one on my team that I personally brought on board and recruited that made over six figures in a year. But they might've been like me. They dabbled in it and stuff like that. And for me, I've been, I'm involved in two churches. I go to a church here in Maine that I'm part of, but my grandfather was the pastor of a church for 35 years that my mom goes to. And I like to attend that church as well with her once in a while. So I have to make a decision not to attend the church that I go to, but they're building they're building a new facility. And, anyone that's been part of a church board or been part of that knows that there's a tremendous cost in working with the town. And I've been, able to give back to the church and help fund, a lot more, maybe a lot more than I ever thought I would be able to. And, I don't want any recognition, or I don't want, it's great to be able to do that, or sponsor somebody to a church event that they might want to go on a trip, or, for these mission trips that I'm able to do. And, I have definitely don't want to get emotional again, but I just say that I have an uncle that's just an unbelievable man, and he's never made a lot of money, like barely over minimum wage, but he's a good person. And his wife was the breadwinner, and she got Alzheimer's at the age of 59 years old. It was pretty severe. I've never seen Alzheimer's attack. Anyone that's dealt with Alzheimer's knows it's really mean, and he had to quit his job to take care of her. And for me to be able to pick up his mortgage for the last several months, and I got other strategies and plans that I'm going to do for him. He's a wonderful, wonderful man, and he's dealing with a very mean disease. And just the other night she woke up and he was conked out, and these are things that happen with Alzheimer's. She mistaked the tub for the toilet, and he had to wake up and deal with that mess. And so we want to give her the right care, and I want to make sure that he's that he's okay financially, because he's been really struggling. And to be able to do those types of things, that's what I like about the industry. And for me to be able to help provide people is that when you increase your standard of living, you increase your standard of giving. But if you can go around and help other people do the same thing, because I don't think enough is talked about our customers and how much we're helping people. We have customers. This product helps customers, and that's why we can go out and help people that maybe they just need an extra $500 a month so they can pay for their car payment. And that's what I love about what we're doing over here. That's what I really enjoy.
And that's it. I mean, I always say this too in a lot of the seminars I was at, like, look, you can't give to the poor if you're one of them. I mean, it's a fact. That's exactly what it is. Troy, last thing, because I wanted to try to keep this under 30 minutes, and then I might have some people say a few comments down here below. But brand new person taking a look at this for the first time, what would you kind of tell them to help them make that decision to say, hey, do it, don't do it, have a nice day, come join us, lock arms with our team, that kind of thing?
Well, you have to love everybody, where they're at, not where you want them to be. So you have to be patient with people. And a lot of people are part of the NFL, which means no friends left club. One of the reasons I wanted to stay away from this industry is I just been in it too many times. So I just didn't have the success I wanted to, except for one company, and which I had, not like yours or Tommy's. And so I just felt like I can't go to my friends about an opportunity like this. I would say to become system dependent and just be coachable. Okay. I was very coachable. And so, even though I want to be honest, I didn't just hit this income in 3 months. I hit this income in 10 years in 3 months. And I want people to really understand that, because I learned what to do in all those companies that I didn't have success with. I learned to do over here. So if you can follow a system, and all the other companies where a lot of, not all of them, where you have to go to hotel meetings and you have to miss your kids' games and dance recitals, and the other companies that you have to go to weekly meetings. And I told my sponsor, I'm never going to go to the Hilton or the Marriott and meet people for a weekly meeting. I go to a training. I always want to, as they say, success leaves clues. The Bible says, as iron sharpens iron, so does one man sharpen another. I'll go to a regional training if they have one in my area, every couple months or something. But you can do this from home, and you only have to be right once, okay? And I would say if you're just honest with people, and I never had a product experience. I read reviews on Amazon all the time, and what I just did was I said, I thought of you. You're going to be hearing about something I think is going to be so big. It's going to move like the Ice Bucket Challenge. And I want you to hear it from me first, because this is going to go viral. And I just said, I want to send you a video. Will you watch it? And and will you watch it? It's only a couple minutes long. And then if you stay plugged in, and if you stay plugged into the system and listen to people like you, Mike, because I believe that you could take your friends and family and be the usher. You don't have to be the pastor. You don't have to be the person in charge. You could be the usher and plug people into the system, which is the pastor. But what's great is you get to collect the offering plate, and you can do with that what you want. So my big thing is, I think people who don't like this industry, they don't like to approach their friends about opportunity. But we have a real product that helps people, and it does stuff for everybody, and you can get excited. And just don't prejudge. Just call them up. I thought of you. You're going to be hearing something big. It's going to be like the Ice Bucket Challenge. and let them look at the video, and they'll a lot of times they'll say, man, I really want that product. That product is exciting. Well, help me out with this. And just follow the system and plug people into the talent like you. We might have been all on the right track. We were just on the wrong horse. We got the right horse.
That's good. That's gold. So kind of in winding this up, Troy, obviously, thank you, but I want some people to make some comments down here, and I'm going to see if I can't pull them up on the screen. Let me see. I'm going to hide our names, and then I'm going to see if it comes up. Kathy, can you, Troy, exactly my vision. Thank you for sharing. Michael, you do. Awesome. There's another one. Thanks for everything. This is what it's all about right here. She said that earlier when you were talking about giving. This one's awesome. Great interview. Thank you. Here's what I'll tell you too. If you haven't seen it, I've just recently released a YouTube video, the Gel Testimonies video, and that thing is getting some traction really quick. I just put a bunch of people together on it, that just gave basically some quick testimonies, 3 or 4 seconds, and so on. So it's really cool. Got some more people on here. Who else?
I love your fast start video too, and that's when people need help in this industry. Your fast start video, Mike, is outstanding.
Yeah. So I put a lot of good videos out there. Hey, Denise. I know Denise. How are you? And I got some other people. Yep, Patrick. Thank you. Somebody just giving us a thumbs up. We'll take it. Here's one. Exactly. We're all on board with that. I pray this will be our last.
Yes, we all pray. We're all praying for you.
Thank you, Lori. But anyhow, hey, we're going to jump off of here because I wanted to make sure we got in here. There's a good one. It's a little longer, but we'll take that. Excellent. Here's a good one. Somebody about the product. Frank, I'm sorry, Frank, but you can't get it yet in Australia. So, that would be cool. And thank you, Don. I appreciate you saying that about my videos. It's appreciated. So, anyhow, so Troy, thank you very much for being on here. Really appreciate you, taking the time. We'll make sure this stays up, and I'll also probably convert it so people can see it on YouTube and so on. So thank you very much for being on here, Troy. Anything else?
That's it. God bless you all.
All right. Have a good one, people. Thank you very much. See you guys on the other side.